This module will present the business case theme, explaining the different types of business case, the processes in which the business case is developed, verified, maintained and confirmed, and describe the purpose of the benefits management approach.
The business case theme supports the principle continued business justification by supporting the processes for defining the benefits prior to the project starting, continually reviewing the benefits throughout the project lifecycle, and reviewing the business case at the end of the project to assess the project's performance against its requirements and the likelihood that the outcomes will indeed provide the expected benefits as defined by the senior user. Throughout the project, there must be clear and demonstrable information that the project remains desirable, viable and achievable. Desirable in that the expected benefits are balanced with the costs and risks, viable in that the project can deliver the products, and achievable to whether the use of the products will result in envisaged outcomes leading to benefits.
There is a relationship between outputs, outcomes and benefits. The outputs are the specialist products or deliverables that the project produces. The outcomes are the results of the change that is made by the organisation using the outputs. The benefit is the measurable improvement gained from the outcome. A disbenefit is a reduction in performance or some other negative impact occurring as a result of a project-related activity. For an example, in an office relocation project, despite the lower operational overheads, benefit, it is expected that some key staff members will leave due to the new premises being too far away, disbenefit. It should be noted that disbenefits are not risks, as risks have some uncertainty to them, whereas disbenefits are an actual consequence.
There are many different drivers of projects, bringing many different types of benefits. For example, rather than an increase in revenue or profit, some projects are driven because of changes to legislation or regulation. In these cases, the cost of not undertaking the project often provides the main reasons for the project. There could also be more than one business option, so the business case for the chosen option should be used to demonstrate the chosen option as being the most cost-effective based upon the anticipated benefits in terms of their desirability, viability and achievability. Other less tangible business case examples are not-for-profit, projects such as social care or third world development. In an evolving project, the business case should represent a best and agreed forecast at a particular point in a project's life cycle, which will of course evolve as the project moves from discovery to implementation. Whether the project has tangible financial benefits or not, the business case must clearly define the expected benefits and support the justification.
When the project is standalone and not part of a program, the project board executive is responsible for producing the business case, ensuring that the project is aligned with corporate strategies. The content of the business case will be driven in part by any relevant corporate standards. Although the executive role is responsible for the production of the business case, in practice, the project manager may well write it on their behalf, but in close consultation with them. If the project is being managed within a program, then the program will often define, track and manage the benefits, aggregating them into the program's business case, along with the justification aspects of the project business case. The project's business case is therefore likely to be reduced in content, comprising just the budget, benefits and benefits tolerance, and a statement of how the project is contributing to the program blueprint. The program will also define the standards that the project will need to use when developing the business case. When the project-level business cases have been created, the project costs will be aggregated into the program business case.
The business case is described as the justification for an organisational project. It is used to justify the start and continuation of the project. Included in the business case are the reasons for undertaking the project, clearly defined benefits, timescales and costs, and a summary of the major risks to the project. The business case is initially developed in outline during the starting up a project process and included as part of the project brief to support the request to initiate the project. The project board will review this information and verify that the project is worthwhile and viable. The business case is then refined during the initiation stage in the initiating a project process after producing the project plan and assembled as part of the project initiation documentation, or PID. It is then submitted to the directing a project process as part of the PID for approval, where the project board will again verify this detailed business case. Throughout each stage of the project, the business case will need to be reviewed, particularly when issues and risks are raised, as these may have an impact on the benefits, costs, timescales, and existing key risks. As a minimum, the business case should be updated by the project manager at the end of each management stage as part of the managing a stage boundary process. This will provide the project board with the information required to make a decision as to whether or not the project remains worthwhile and viable. At the end of each stage, the business case will be verified by the project board and benefits will be confirmed. At the end of the project, the business case is reviewed to assess the project's performance against its requirements and the likelihood that the outcomes will provide the expected benefits. The benefits management approach will be used to plan the expected benefits reviews, and any benefits achieved so far will be confirmed.
The benefits management approach defines when and how the achievement of the benefits expected by the senior user should be measured. It will include details of who is accountable for each of the benefits, the procedures on how the benefits should be measured and when this should be done, the resources that are required to carry out the reviews, and how the performance of the project's products can be measured. Created in the IP process during the initiation stage, the benefits management approach will be submitted to the executive and will therefore be approved in DP by the project board. It is then updated at the end of each management stage as part of the managing a stage boundary process to ensure that the approach reflects the results of any benefit reviews undertaken in the completing stage and remains in line with the remaining expected benefits that are defined in the business case. The project board will then review and approve this as part of the Authorize a Stage or Exception Plan activity in the DP process. At the end of the project, the benefits management approach should be updated to include any post-project benefits review of the performance of the project's products in operational use prior to submitting it to the project board in DP for the final project closure authorization. It is important to remember that although some projects do accrue benefits during the project, in most cases benefits will only be achieved following a period of use of the product. Therefore, although the benefits management approach is created and managed during the project, most benefits reviews will take place sometime after the project is closed. Therefore, the responsibility for maintaining and executing the benefits management approach will be handed over to corporate or program management during project closure.
The business case can be tailored to meet the needs of the project and should reflect any business case standards, such as investment appraisals, within the program or corporate organisation. Simple projects may need just a simple document to justify why the project is needed. In projects where the supplier is a separate organisation to the customer organisation, there will be two business cases, the customers and the suppliers. In these cases, Prince2 is concerned with the customer's business case. Sometimes a business case cannot be clearly defined at the outset. This is often the case in an evolving type project. This is often because it is unclear of what the project is capable of delivering, so the business case is volatile in respect of costs, timescales, risk, and potential benefits. The business case should be viewed as representing a best and agreed forecast at a particular point in a project's life cycle, which will evolve as more detailed information is discovered about the solution and when the solution moves into implementation. A feasibility study type project will have a business case to justify the feasibility study project itself. However, the feasibility study will look at various business options for the way ahead regarding the problem or opportunity, each of which will have its own business case developed during the project. At the end of the feasibility study project, there will be just one recommendation with its related business case. This business case will then be used as the justification for a separate project to implement the recommended option. Whatever type of project is being undertaken, There must always be a business case to justify the start and continuation of the project. Now you've completed the lessons within this module, you should take the opportunity to reflect back against the module objectives. Consider whether these objectives have been met and whether you need to review any of the lessons. When you are comfortable with having completed the module learning objectives, look over the support materials and then progress to the next module.